Hi guys, I'm Jimmy from the Ingate. I'm going to show you another quick bridle cleaning tutorial. This is the Ingate Hunter bridle. This bridle is now almost 3 years old. This is actually out of the first batch. This bridle is used by this horse every day. It's his everyday at-home bridle. So it kind of shows, a little bit of wear, but it also shows the longevity of the product. One thing that I almost always do, a little bit of leather therapy wash in the bucket. Always use fresh, clean, warm water. I tend to change water a lot. So this bridle is a little bit dry, so we'll go through all the steps of how I clean it, how I will condition it, and then I will leave this one pretty for the horse's ride tomorrow. I always start with the horse's noseband. It is something I've done since day one of cleaning tack when I was a junior rider. It is an odd preference. I don't know what people all have their preference on where they start. There's no rhyme or reason to it. When I clean tack, I use a lot of elbow grease. It is how you kind of work the glycerin soap into the bridle, into the leather, and work the sweat, the dirt out. I do tend to rinse my sponge quite a bit, especially on a bridle that's a little dirty. I then tend to go to the crown piece. I do the noseband crown, usually again. Oddball preferences. Throat latch. When I'm doing cheek pieces, nosebands, cheek piece, I undo bottom buckles. I occasionally undo top buckles. You do want to get underneath there every so often to make sure you don't have something building up or stitching coming undone that's going to pose a little bit of a safety risk. And then reins, same thing. I dry the sponge quite a bit. I mean, there's still moisture on it. And then I really work the glycerin in, especially through the laced part of the rein. I go back and forth a few times. The glycerin helps add a little bit of a soft sheen. I like the Hydrophane Glycerin. It tends to be clean. It doesn't build up. It doesn't leave a ton of residue behind. It also helps that I do add a little bit of the leather therapy wash to the water. Just kind of keeps from having stuff build up over time. Because this particular bridle is a little bit dry, I will go over it with a little bit of the Saddler's leather conditioner, also from Hydrophane. I love these products. They've been around for decades, probably longer than decades. It definitely leaves the tack looking moist. It settles in well. And it leaves a nice even sheen. Keeps the tack pliable. For old clients of mine that were clients at Hermes, the Saddler's leather conditioner is very similar to Hermes's old leather milk. My guess is the formulation is quite similar. I know it's a product that they used to do, and it's probably been off the market for about 10 years. But as you can see, even on the reins, I'm pulling quite vigorously, especially across the laces. I tend to load the sponge early with the conditioner, and I don't always apply a ton extra. These reins are a little extra dry. And again, I tend to like tack a little bit on the moisture side. It keeps it a little bit softer, a little more pliable. When your tack's a little bit drier, it's not gonna stretch or give as much, but it's also gonna run the risk of being a little bit cracked and just kind of, in general, wearing out quicker. Once I've gone over everything, I run the keepers back up. I usually place the keepers between the bottom two holes on all of the leather straps, the cheek pieces, the noseband cheek. When I figure eight the bridle, front strap comes across the front. I drop the reins in, come back. I go underneath, and then I pull the bite or the extra piece of leather over top of the front. It really kind of secures and locks everything in. I only wrap the noseband one time. Pulling the noseband multiple times around tends to cause it to curl extra, which you don't really need. Extra wear on the leather, like anything else, just causes it to age quicker. And this is how I leave a bridle at the end of the day.